The San Francisco 49ers are the best team in the league. And though it may not be mathematically correct, they still come in for the number one spot.
Breezy this, breezy that. They know I'm gold-blooded. I got the Niners on my back, you know. Breezy this, breezy that. Ain't nobody working like Breezy, and that's a fact. Overmotivated is an understatement. Gold-blooded to the core, got your squad hating. Breezy make it look easy. Breezy on everything like 05, 06, 7 Wheezy. This is not a gang. Yeah, we faithful in every way. And even though we on the East Coast, very loyal to the Bay. Heavy red and gold every day. And if you really a Niner fan, I know you can relate. Applying pressure with this content like Smaller Bear. We not accepting no slander about Trey, so beware. I stay in exclusively Niner hats. And I always tell the truth, this exclusively Niner facts. Breezy this, breezy that. They know I'm gold-blooded. I got the Niners on my back, you know. Yeah. Breezy this.
What's good, faithful? Yes, your boy Breezy is back. Yo, it's crazy, right? Because, like, whenever I travel, like, it's hard for me to do episodes and all that type of good stuff. And I be wanting to. I'll be like, yo, why can't I get these episodes going? Yo, I be so jet lagged. I'm not trying to pull out equipment while I'm in the airport. I'm trying to get to my airplane. Y'all know how the travel's been in 2022 for your boy Breezy. But I tell you what, it's real good to be back. Before we get this show started, it's Monday. I know we played on Thursday, but it's still Victory Monday. One time for the Niners. You know what I'm saying? One time for the Niners. Now, before we get the show crack-a-lacking, let's do the sound check. It's been a minute. Haven't been here. Y'all can hear everything. Thumbs up out there. Everything sounds good. Everything looks good. Just let me know if it's too loud, too low. We'll go ahead and adjust it. I believe the sound effects was working. My man GSU for Life is already here with the excuses. You damn right I got excuses. That's who your boy is. You know what time it is. I got to give the members of the channel, everybody that's a subscriber, I love you. Appreciate you. Happy holidays. I got to give the members some love. It's been a minute. Raphael 562, man. Appreciate your membership. Troy, my boy. Hey, love you, my guy. Tanya, I haven't seen you or heard from you in forever. Thought you was mad at me because I didn't get a chance to meet up with you when I was in San Francisco because of the stupid flight. American Airlines had me all jacked up, but I'm glad you're here. It's good to see you. Good to hear from you. Christy, what's going on? Peachy, it's always a blessing to have you in the building. I know work is crazy. We talk every day, so I already know what time it is. You know what I'm saying? My boy Boats is in the building. What's going on, family? Jedi, you the master? We're going to find out today. What's good, man? Chrissy, 1687 is in the building, Miss Debbie. Miss Debbie, I do apologize. Listen, I ran. So I had my son. My son was sitting up in the 300 level seats. And so I was sitting in the 100 level seats. I went to the section in the 100 level, and then my son went to the 300 level. They had 0 pins. And I was in the stadium like an hour before. Like, how y'all run out of pins so fast? They need to order more pins. So we're going to figure out how to get those game day pins. And if anybody got game day pins, you got an extra one, please send me the bill. I'll pay for it, and I want to get it out to Miss Debbie. So that's kind of like what I want to do. All right. Miss Debbie, it's good to see you. I hope you're feeling better too as well. Everybody out there, Peachy, I know you're not feeling too well. Hope you're feeling better as well. Look, shout out to everybody. It's been a real restful week. It's been restful, man. Don't mind me if I talk for 30 seconds. It's been restful. Sean, what you talking about? What you talking about, Willis? This is my brother Sean, man. What's up, Kanan? Sean, you're the greatest person I've ever met. And I haven't met you yet, but I felt like I've met you numerous amounts of times. Appreciate your conversations, your prayers, your thoughts. Look, GSU for Life is back with the excuses. You know what? Bump it. Like today, we're going to talk about the 49ers, man. We're going to talk about how great of a team that they've become. how great of a team that they are and how great of a team they're going to be going forward. It's a lot of stuff to get to. Not much going on in the news. The 49ers have been on a break. They probably won't start practicing all this week. They'll get going. Today they usually have off, so we'll see how that works. They had like a 4-day off. My man DeMarcus says Victory Monday. Your daggone right. Eddie G, what's going on, baby? It is Victory Monday. Speaking of Victory Monday, hey, look, here's the cool part, right? So the 49ers won 21-13, right? Now they should have won 24-13, but my boy Robbie Gould missed the field goal. You know what I'm saying? Anybody concerned about Robbie Gould missing that kick? I felt like it hasn't been talked about, and I feel like it needs a slight piece of a bit of a type of discussion. Let's talk about it real quick. Robbie Gould misses a field goal. It's a gimme, right? It wasn't long. It wasn't a long field goal. It's a gimme, right? Robbie Gould misses the field goal. Anybody concerned? Now, here's my thing, okay? I felt like Robbie Gould hasn't kicked a field goal in like 4 games. Maybe 3 games. You know what I'm saying? Maybe 3 games he hasn't kicked a field goal. It's been all extra points. And if you ask me how I know, I got Robbie Gould as my fantasy kicker. And man, I've been losing because he's only been getting me like 3 points, 5 points, 4 points. You know what I'm saying? Like he ain't been the kicker that you want if you're trying to win a championship. But I ain't trying to win nothing. You know what I'm saying? DeMarcus says 0 concerns. All right. Raphael says Robbie will give you a few of those in the season. It's normal. Usually, wait a minute. Has Robbie Gould, was that his first field goal he missed this year? Felt like that was the first one. I know he missed the extra point, but I felt like that was the first field goal that he missed. This guy, Robbins is clutch when it counts. He tends to miss a few in the regular season here or there. I'm with you. Chrissy, this is my thoughts. That's all I felt. Felt like he was rusty. Felt like he didn't kick a field goal in a minute. You know what I'm saying? It's my guy, Steve. What's good? Steve says touchdowns are greater than field goals. That's what it is. Touchdowns are greater than field goals. You know what I mean? Oh, snap. All right. So everybody, we got to take a quick pause. Lake City's in the building, guys. If you don't know who Lake City Fresh is, this is my producer extraordinaire, songwriting. He created the hit Breezie this, Breezie that. And if you don't, like, he has tons of music. I want y'all to support him on his musical journey. He's a prolific songwriter. I would say he's Grammy Award winning. He just don't know it yet, but he is to me. All right, so here we go. We got something in the works. It's called Gold Walk. And I'm gonna leave it at that. All right, we're gonna keep it going. Look, I'm not concerned about Robbie Gould missing the field goal. I was a little tight because if he had kicked that field goal, my score prediction, mine. And you know what, Maui, if you're watching, yours too, we would have won. I'd have gave you the gift. I think Maui might have even been the closest. He picked 24-13, so he might have been the closest. So we're gonna have to do something. You know what I'm saying? From Maui on Facebook, Miss Debbie. I believe he was the closest. Miss Deb, if you can, I know you're at work. If you can, find out who was the Facebook score prediction winner. I believe it was Maui Deuces. I really do. And let me know, and we'll figure it out. But yeah, I didn't get a chance to put actually my score prediction in there. But if you were watching the shows last week, I told y'all, you know what I'm saying, that it was going to be 24-13. I knew we weren't going to give up more than 13 points. Here's the kicker. 49ers are so great. I don't think they give up more than 13 points for the remainder of the season. Yo, they maybe, don't be mad, but maybe the Oakland Raiders game. Only because Devontae Adams usually tends to give the Niners fits. Tyreek Hill gave the Niners fits. So those guys usually give the Niners fits. How many points did Miami have? We'll leave it at that. It's just an Adams thing. Ain't got nothing to do with how great I think the Oakland, they might score like 17 or 14, right? But they won't score more than that. 49ers defense is crazy solid, y'all. Damn, they giving up 15 points a game, my peoples. They're number 1 points per game, 15 points. They're number 1 in rushing yards per game, like 75 something yards. The defense is, where'd you, I just saw a comment. Hold up. Don't mind me. I just saw a comment. Where'd it go? Where'd it go? Where'd it go? Where'd it go? God dang it. Y'all be talking fast. Rod, historic defense. You remember that conversation about a month and a half ago? Your boy Breezy was like, I think this defense is better than that 85 Bears D. And y'all was like, man, shut up. I think this defense is better than that 2000 Ravens D. Y'all was like, shut up. I think this defense is better than that 2011, 2012 49ers. Y'all like, shut up. I'm going to be quiet. But at the end of this season, I'm talking all this. I'm talking. I'm telling you, I'm bringing it. This defense is ridiculous. And they're consistent. And I'm trying to figure out how. Like, how did they become consistent? Hey, I ain't ask you. I play with this. Look, I used to play. Look, I know about Mike Singletary and those guys and the fridge. I might have been 4, but I tell you what, that defense has resonated for years. GSU for life. Hey, you know what, GSU? I miss you, fam. I miss you talking trash. That's what I do. That's what it is. I missed you. But no, seriously, man. Look, this defense is built different. Different is the term that I like to use. You know what? I'm bugging out. We got 2 contributions, and I do not mean to make those that contribute weight. So we're gonna go ahead. It's Victory Monday. Jacqueline Knox with a double your pleasure, double your fun. That's the second one. First one is good morning, Breezy and Niner family. Who's you forgot got it better than us, and it's nobody, and then the word period. Look, statistically, I'm with you. I'm with you 100%. Nobody's got it better than us. The fans are happy. Oh my gosh, the fans. Yo, first of all, for the faithful. Cliff, what up, bro? Oh, speaking of that, I got t-shirts for sale. Cliff, what's good? Cliff is my t-shirt producer. He produces all the tees. I got the Christian McCaffrey t-shirts right here, ready for sale. So if you want one, inbox me. I'll go ahead and get those out to you or whatnot. But listen, Jackie, you're right. Nobody's got it better than us. And I said that because, man, I didn't know that the faithful would travel to Seattle as well as they did. Yo, it was packed. I don't think any Seattle fans were even talking trash. One guy said something. We were like, I was doing my Niner walk or whatever, and the dude comes out and be like, y'all not going to be saying that after the game. And I'm like, yeah. I was like, save your voice, sir, because you're going to need it to the end of the game. Coach Cruz, tell me we weren't in the building, yo. Tell me we weren't in the building. We were in the building. Like on every level from the 50-yard line seats up into the 300 plus levels in the side. We were just in the building. It was so dope. No rain. It was cold, but the fan base. And you know what? I thought Seattle fans were trash. Nah. I've been to maybe 12 or 13 of the away games, 12 or 13 different stadiums. No, nothing trumps the fans in Philly. Nothing trumps. And here's the thing. They're rivals. Fans weren't bad. What's going on, Melissa? Fans weren't bad. The Cowboy fans, don't throw back. The Cowboy fans weren't even as bad as the Philly fans. Cowboy fans were respectful. Philly fans were straight up disrespectful. I don't know what it is about the city of Philadelphia, but it's crazy out there. So, you know, I'm saying that to say that the 49ers, you know, if it comes down to those two teams, they're going to be traveling to Philly, which is dope because I'll be right there squared away on January 20-something, right there in Philadelphia with the starter jacket, the snot coming out the nostrils, hot chocolate in one hand, me talking trash in the other. It's going to be crazy. It's going to be crazy. And then Miss Jacqueline Knox doubled up, says, because you're dope, you're dope. I'm not dope. I'm just breezy. You're dope. Appreciate the contributions, Jackie. Foghorns. Sean's in the building too. All right, here we go. So I mentioned, and I know people don't like to talk about it, but we're going to focus on the 2022 defense, which is better than the 2019 defense, which was better than the 2012 defense. And here we go, because this is what Sean is talking about. Our linebackers are better than the Bowman crew. Is Hufanga the Jim G of the D? Last few games, I love Sean. Last few games gives up a bomb, arsonist, and firefighter. Best D we've had. It's a great question, Sean. Look, Hufanga's a second-year player, bro. Like, and I'm not cutting him any slack whatsoever. I'm not cutting him any slack, bro. Peachy, you was with me. Sean, I'm coming back to your comment. Peachy, you were with me. Remember that old lady that cursed me out when we was trying to get to our seats? Shit was like 76. Why you cursing me out? I'm looking for my seat. Like, and what do you say back? What do you say back to the lady? Shut the beep up. I mean, what do you say? You can't say anything. You just got to be like, all right, cool. Ever since then, I've been stuck. And then what made the Philly fans even worse was when Peachy, who was it that got injured? Was it Kevin Givens? It was somebody, and they freaking like they cheered. And the people in front of me, I flipped. And then the people behind me was like, listen, we're not all like that. They're douchebags, blah, 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 blah. You know what I'm saying? I'm like, that's what's up, because I was about to go to jail. Was it Trey Sermon? Could have been. Whoever it was, somebody got injured. And they they were clapping and cheering. And I'm like, yo, that's deep. Back to Sean, though. All right, guys, here we go. Sean put up a super chat, and he says that the Bowman crew, Bowman and Willis, Ma Brooks, them guys, 3-4 defense, is worse than this. Not worse, but just not better than the linebacking crew we got. And I didn't do a poll. You know what? Let's do a poll. Let's do a poll. Which linebacking crew is better? 2011 or 2022? How about we do that? Don't mind me looking over here. I got type on the computer. Which LB crew was better for the 49ers? I'm going to let y'all vote. 2011, 2022. Get y'all vote on. You know what I'm saying? Get it in there. Man, listen. This got to be a tough question that he's asking. Jedi, Aziz, and Alden, though. Like, yeah. But, like, see, they're built different, though. Alden, man, did Zay just bring up Chris Borland? Chris Borland was the tackling machine. Whew. I think that Patrick Willis was the best linebacker the 49ers have ever had. Like, in my opinion, like the best. He could cover and he could hit. And remember, he was built different. Like, oh my gosh. Like, but I would say that Fred Warner is a better coverage linebacker than Patrick Willis. But Patrick Willis used to diagnose the run and also play coverage. But no one tackled more. I feel like Chris Borland and Dre Greenlaw like have similar tackling abilities. You get what I'm saying? I think they have similar tackling abilities, right? Because Borland was the tackling machine. And then Greenlaw is a tackling machine with better coverage skills. This is a great question. Melissa, can you find out, could somebody list the linebacking crew? Give me 4 linebackers from that 2011. I know we talked about them. I didn't say that. I'm not. No, ain't. I'm telling you, Collie, it ain't me. Listen. Look, Patrick Willis was the best linebacker in football at the time. You could say it was Ray Lewis. You could say it was Luke Kuechly, whatever. Bowman was good too. Like, don't get it twisted. Like, Bowman was the guy. Like Bowman was the guy. The 49ers got some really solid linebackers though right now. I feel like these linebackers are playing at a higher level because, or is it higher level or is it different level, guys? Because the game is faster, the players are quicker, the players are slimmer. Like it's different, right? You know what I'm saying? It's just different. Oh man, it's different. And then like Peachy says, the rules are different. Um, the rules are different. Yeah. Wait. Where you at? Tanya, Fred Warner is having an amazing year. Yeah. Yeah. Which hits to let you. All right. So you guys are probably saying, like, what the hell is Breezy talking about coming for the number one spot, right? So it's not even about being number one in the rankings because there's no way mathematically, like, the 49ers can become number one unless Philly loses the next 3 games, the 49ers win the next 3 games, right? So if you want to look at it, what's Philly's schedule? Eagles schedule. Who do they have left? All right, so they got some tough games, right? They got the Cowboys, they got the Saints, and they got the Giants. Two, in my opinion, two losable games. Two losable games. Cowboys, Giants. I don't care. Division games, I don't know. They losable, right? Two losable games. Right now, I'm looking at the poll question, and right now, there's only 55 votes. Make sure you guys vote because at the end of the show, we're going to read these stats. But right now, the 2022, 11 years later, this defense has 65% of your votes. I don't know if that's because everybody in here is young, but that 2011 defense is struggling. Is struggling. Is struggling. Okay. Oh, yeah. Schna. The pads, yo, bigger pads, like more weight. This is just different. It's just different. But I do like to, if we're not gonna compare, um, if we're not gonna compare like the whole linebacking core as a whole, like I would love to talk about Greenlaw, Warner versus Bowman and Patrick. And I think that's dope. Like that's something to look out for. Maybe we'll take that to like Instagram and do like an Instagram thing, and I'll get some people on Instagram to talk about it. But that to me, that's something real fire, right? Well, none. So here's the thing, Shadow. Like, right, 2011 did not get the ring is the only thing. Well, guess what? We didn't get the ring either yet. Yet. We didn't get it yet. You know what I mean? Yeah. All right. So Taradome's in the building. And Taradome says, Breezy, Borland tackled for volume. Warner is schematic leader. Greenlaw tackles with bad intentions and covers best and great moments. Bowman, I believe you were continuing this. I don't know what you said about Bowman. I'm looking for it. Best athlete. Willis is the best tradition. Oh, Bowman was the best athlete, and then Willis was the best traditional linebacker. Got it. Put it all together. Got it. Got you 100%. Get the prices right. Yeah, I got you. I got you. You know what? 49er Jeff, people are forgetting about that 2011 squad. I tell you what, on Wednesday when we wind back, I'm gonna let everybody. Let's do a reminisce to that 2011 defense because the defense wasn't just a linebacking core. We talking safeties. I didn't like our corners. I didn't think our cornerbacks were that great, but they were good enough because we had some safeties. Okay. But yeah, I feel like this defense overall though is the better defense. I know a lot of people are picking the linebacking crew because that's what we kind of like broke it down to. But yeah, thank you, Big Des. See, I love when the football people come on the show because and you know, boom, and the best linebacker out of all of them. He was just a linebacker. That's just what he was. Ooh, I asked for stuff and you guys give it to me. All right, here we go. ZR 15, 2011, 49ers. Ooh. Inside linebacker. Remember, we were 3-4 then. This was Vic Fangio's defense. All right, so we were 3-4. 53, Navarro Bowman, inside linebacker. 55, inside linebacker. Ma Brooks, outside linebacker. All right. Blake Constantine. I remember him. 30 played more special teams. Tavares Gooden, Larry Grant, Paris Harrelson, Alden Smith, Patrick Willis. Whew. Jeez. But I tell you what, Melissa gave us a list of this year's linebackers. Well, we got like five or six, maybe. And man, they're tight. They're solid. They're solid. I would say that 2011 defense would put you in a body bag. I feel like the 2022 defense taking it to the house and still leaving you in the dust. Another one bites the dust. We're doing another one, then another one, another one bites the dust. Hey, another one bites. I can't get that out of my head now. All of a sudden, oh, you got not just the offsides. It wasn't just the offsides that he killed, but he was trying to remember. Ahmad Brooks KD 23 was a tad bit slower than everybody else, right? So he was trying to get the advantage of lining up, but it was they used to call these crazy penalties on him, which I thought he was just gonna blow up, like literally just blow up. Like, oh my gosh, I did. Oh, Big Dez, I got to get to your comment. T Jack, what's good, family? 2011 defense and the 2022 defense were splitting hairs because both of them were good. Look, so you're pushing. I'm not mad at it. That's 100%. Like, that's your prerogative. There's got to be one that's slightly, it could just be preference. But I feel like statistically, if we really sat here and broke that down, we would find one edging out over the other one. But they're good. And it's hard to really fully compare the 2022 defense because it isn't finished yet. 2011 defense got to the dance. Like, can this 2022 defense get to it? And if they don't, will we still consider them better, like a top defense? Like, will we still consider them better than that 2011 team? They got to at least minimum get to the big dance or Super Bowl, whatever you want to call it. You know what I'm saying? That's what they got to get to. So it makes it a little awkward. But I do like to compare some of these guys because I feel like we haven't seen the 49ers have been like, if you look at the 49ers, like their championship teams have solid linebackers. Where are my 49er historians out there? The championship teams have solid linebackers. Let's go through the linebackers from the Super Bowl championship caliber teams. I'm sure you guys will put them in the chat. We don't have to do this today. We could do it for Wednesday. But if you look at it, they're based off of the linebackers, right? That's what I look at. Like, truth hurts. I don't know if we talk about the same thing, but yeah, like that's what they're based off the linebackers. All right. I know you guys don't like when I do the Madden challenges, right? I will say this though. 49ers won by 8 points in that Madden challenge. How many points did the 49ers win by in real life? I'm just asking. Don't shoot them. I'm just asking a question. That's it. It's a simple question, right? Simple question. 21 minus 13, 20, 19, 18, 17, 16, 15, 14, 13, 12, 11, 10, 9, 8. So I'm just gonna leave it at that. You know what I'm saying? Sometimes the Madden, it be madness going on in the Madden. You know what I mean? I did it by numbers just in case some people struggle with counting down. I just wanted to show you 8 points. And I wanted to bring that up there. Let's talk a little bit about this game. We talked a little bit about the 49ers, and I haven't really gotten a chance to talk to you about the game. So what I want to do is I'm gonna invite some of you guys on the show. I want you to give your take on the game. Before I do that, I really think that this team is something special. And when I say that they're coming for the number one spot, it ain't just like them trying to end in first place. Nah, they coming for that thing. You know what I'm saying? That thing that they can hoist up into the air. You know what I'm saying? That Lombardi trophy. That's the number one spot. It's the only thing that matters to the San Francisco 49ers. I don't think the 49ers give two flying cares about where they place. If you go back to some of the episodes that we did, and I know it's hard because the channel got hacked and a lot of those older episodes at the beginning of the season are gone. But if you go back to those episodes, look, just like I thought the 49ers were going to start off hot, and then they didn't. And then it was just like, all right, I tell you what, all the 49ers care about is getting into the tournament. Like, get in the tournament, they can write their own history. And that's what they've been doing, right? They've been doing exactly that, right? Can they finish number one? Mathematically, yes. But it's going to take a lot of work. They got to win out and hope the Eagles lose 2 out of the 3. I don't know if that's going to happen. It sounds tough, but they just need to get in. Marco, exactly. And here's the thing. They've been playing that type of they've been having that type of mentality, bro, for the longest. That type of mentality for the longest. Just let me in. It's like, give me the opportunity, coach. I won't mess it up. And when you look at the type of players that they have, let's start with the quarterback position. Brock Purdy. Brock Purdy gets thrown in to the fire. All right. He's either going to come out Valyrian steel or he's going to come out some bull. Right. And look, I feel like Brock Purdy is coming out Valyrian steel. And if you don't know what Valyrian steel is, tell you what, either read the books or go just download the HBO app and watch every episode of Game of Thrones so you can understand Valyrian steel, right? It's the toughest steel, the best sword you can ever find. It's made of the best stuff. And here's the thing. How is Brock Purdy this good? I don't know. And you know what else? I'm not trying to sound condescending. I really don't care. Whatever Brock Purdy has, he needs to continue to bring that every week. I can't tell you what it is because it's different every week. Some weeks he's scrambling. Some weeks he's doing this. One week he's hurt. Next week he's that. I don't care. He just has to show up every week. And it's weird. It's like when Brock Purdy shows up, all of a sudden, like the team is uplifted. It's uplifted. And I'm not saying that it's going to be easy winning out. No. But the 49ers have every opportunity right here on their table to go 13-4, which was mine and Peachy's score prediction because I remember doing that show. 13-4. I had us look. I ain't gonna front. I had us lose to the Seahawks, but this is when it was back in the day before everything. But things changed. People changed. Things changed. I thought the travel was gonna be bad or whatever, and there was no such thing as a Brock Purdy. Ooh. Can I save this? We're gonna save that one, ZR50. That's a tough motherfucking question, dog. Can we add in the stuff that's inside of Wolverine and Deadpool as well? Because that's some tough stuff too. We don't talk about it a lot. Is it animanium? I don't know, something, but whatever it is, I like it. But nah, seriously, guys, like, you got to understand what the 49ers are doing. And I remember putting out a tweet before anybody started doing the episodes, was kind of like whatever. But I remember putting out a tweet saying that Kyle Shanahan should be head coach of the year. We're going to talk about that this week. I can't front because it's been on my mind. Just haven't had time to do the show. And Manium. That's how you say it. And the Manium. Yeah, that and the Mantium. I said it right. That's the stuff. I want that stuff. But we got to look at Purdy because that's where it starts. And a lot of people feel like it starts with CMC. Yes, CMC opens up the offense. But Brock also has to, manipulate the defense and make the offense work. And Brock, in my opinion, is better than any game manager that we've seen. Why? He's not just managing the game. He's not just managing the game. Brock Purdy is out there controlling and dictating what the frick the defense is doing. Oh, that's what you want to do? All right. Kill. Can. Soup. You. Bam. Pass. That's Brock. Vince, you got a dope question, and I know this is going to sound crazy, right? No. There's no NFC team that concerns me. Fernando, I understand. And that could be the only thing, but I don't look. You're saying it's a short week for us. It's a short week it's actually a long week for us. It's a shorter week for them. And they got to travel. and they didn't look that good against the Giants. I'm just gonna keep it a buck. Now, I will say this: expect Chase Young to play in this game. But if I'm Washington, I'm not playing him. He's coming out to California. You're expecting him to go out there. Look, y'all could talk all the trash about the 49ers offensive line all y'all want. I just don't think they're as bad as we've seen. Mike Andrew, thank you. You finally came out and said the stuff that's in my head. Well, you do it all the time. You came out and you said, and I think it was in our group text, I don't want to hear anybody complain about the 49ers offensive line ever again. Because what I've watched this weekend, because when you're not preparing for 49er football, you finally can observe the NFL. You can sit back, observe the NFL, and be like, all right, cool. Our offensive line ain't nothing. Ain't got, like, our offensive line is fine. It's just fine. They just got to continue to figure out ways. And I think Brock Purdy, not Jimmy Garoppolo, is allowing the offensive line to be a little bit better. They don't have to block as long. They still gonna get called for silly penalties. 49er, Jeff says, not the Lions? No. Nah. They hot though. Lions got the second long winning streak, right? We're at 7, they're at 6, I believe. I'm not scared. Look, the Eagles don't scare me. Look, I know we watched A.J. Brown do his thing this past weekend. He not doing that against the 49ers, man. He not running across the middle like that all day. He gonna get hit. Hufanga will hit you. Like, do you understand that wide receivers aren't built like Jerry Rice anymore? Like, you gonna get hit. And I felt like Jerry played in a whole different era where it was worse safeties, like harder hitting safeties. That hit Hufanga put on wherever he hit in this game. It didn't draw the penalty flag, but it looked like it should have drew the flag, but it didn't leave with the helmet. Listen, I'm not worried about the Eagles. I'm not worried about Jalen Hurts. The only thing the 49ers will have to do is adjust to him running the ball. That's where they struggle. Their worst game was against Mariota and Patrick Mahomes this season. But I'm not worried. Exactly. He's been hurt. But they said that he's close to coming back. Like I said, I wouldn't even play him. That's me personally. But let's talk about these 49ers, right? And I want to hear from you. I want to get your takes on it. I'm gonna put the joint up here, man. You guys can come on. Listen, you guys get 2 minutes. Well, you know what? 2 minutes is too late. 3 minutes. I got a clock. 3 minutes. All right. Love y'all. And then actually, before I do that, let me read these contributions because they've been kind of waiting here in the queue. Sean hit us with another double. Thank you. As a whole, the linebacking crew doesn't have a weakness. Brooks would always make a bonehead penalty. Will was slow in coverage. Yeah, his feet weren't right later on. He didn't play long, but the latter part of his career, feet wasn't right. That's why he retired. Top to bottom, 22 better. 22 are interchangeable. Fudge. Yes. Remember when the 49ers were trying to switch players and make them hybrid? And we were like, what in the hell? Remember when they tried to make Eric Reed a linebacker? Remember when they tried to make Marcel Harris a linebacker? We were like, what? They were trying to have interchangeable pieces to where you can go from linebacker to safety to this to that and not skip a beat. Sean, you're always on the money, man. Appreciate the super chat contribution. Bo West. This team is destined. Bo West 13. This team is destined. Story book. I just hope at the end of the year, we're closing the book and we're going to have that Super Bowl trophy because just get y'all money ready, get ready, because we're going to be out there. It's going to be crazy. And I'll leave it up to that. Updates on Mooney Ward with the concussion. Not as of yet. Look, he's had plenty of time off. Kyle Shanahan. Speaking of that, can we give Kyle Shanahan a round of applause? And people are probably like, why would we give Kyle Shanahan a round of applause? All right, so if you don't know, the NFL cleared him to play. Okay. And you know what? I ain't even got to tell you because Trey Lance, next great 49ers QB, is right. Mooney was cleared. He cleared protocol. NFL cleared him to play. Kyle was like, nah, my watch. And if you listen to later, Mooney said, man, I had a concussion. Like, I knew I had a concussion. Kyle's like, good, you're not going back in there. And another round of applause to the Jackrabbit. Played good. Felt like he gave up maybe one or two passes that came his way or whatnot. And I felt like he played really solid. He played really solid. First game, he was called up to that game. I need you to play against Seattle, bro. Shout out to the Jackrabbit. Played very well. Janoris Jenkins, if you don't know who that is, and whatnot. But yes, Leslie, Kyle is definitely taking care of his people. A lot of coaches, man, like, what game was that? The New England game. And Devontae Parker. I thought that was crazy. Like, that still bothers me. Now, the Tua thing bothered me for real too, but that was a quarterback. But the wide receiver, to see Nelson Aguilar like trying to create false start, trying to stop the game, doing jumping jacks, like, yo, my man not right. And the NFL was gonna allow this kid to play football. Like, he could have died. Like, do you like concussion? Thank you, Kyle. I'll leave it at that. Big Des says, if we keep Huff around the line of scrimmage, we could be legendary. I got to give you the phone. If we keep Huff around the line of scrimmage, we could be legendary. This all comes down to how comfortable Kyle Shanahan or DeMeco Ryans is comfortable just at Tayshaun playing deep. We talk about these guys being interchangeable. Like, they're just like, they play a lot of single high safety, and they rub that coverage over to, whichever that formation is, that side with the receivers or whatever, who they got to pick up. But yes, that's where he's strong. That's Huff's strength, right? But we need him better in coverage. And it's not coverage that we need him better in. It's his communication. It's him understanding the terminology of the play. Hopefully Johnny and I can get together. We're gonna break that down one more time. All right. Because you got to understand, like, when they're playing in certain coverages, and Taradome is here, he can contest to it. He can explain it to you more in the chat. Shout out to Taradome. He's a moderator, so if you need anything, hit him up. But he can tell you about this palm. So what the 49ers like to do is play cover 4 and palms coverage. So they're covering 4 zones out there, but then there's different responsibilities for each position in the coverage. They have multiple responsibilities, not just one. It's not just, hey man, you can cover this area, cool. Nah, it depends on how the formation on the offense is lined up, and that will determine what Huff or what the safety or what the cornerback or what the nickelback is supposed to do, right? So it depends on how the offenses line up. You know what I'm saying? And that would determine it. And so I feel like Huff gets it wrong a lot. It's not a gamble. He just gets it wrong, and then he gets beat, and then it's a big play. Will he get it right? Absolutely. He's fucking Huff. You got to give the kid some time. God dang it. Dude's a freaking sophomore in the NFL, having his best career year. Like, leads the team in interceptions. When have we had a player on the 49ers that had more than 4 interceptions? I'll wait. Give this kid some time. 6th round pick. Give this kid some time, yo. He's going to be just fine. Just fine. Right now, Big Dez, the most important part, he's getting the instinct part right. He can learn the rest. The other stuff is teachable. Same thing with Trey Lance. Like, give him time, right? His accuracy is off, especially on those short throws. Okay, but let him have his instinct. He can read man coverage, and he can get the ball down the field, right? All right, that's instinct. That's him knowing how to play his football. Now let him learn the Kyle Shanahan way. It'll happen. It's got to give it time. It's got to give guys some time. You've got to be kidding me. Steve, I'm texting you. You've got to be kidding me. That can't be right. Has it been that long? I gotta text Steve because I think he's got to be kidding me. Was it Dion in '94? Look, here's my text message to Steve. Are you serious? Whoa! Wow! I didn't put the link up yet. Here it comes. I'm sorry. Here's the link. All right. All right, so we're gonna talk about these Niners. I want to get your takes on the game. I talked about my take on the. That's what I said. 94. Good golly, O'Malley. Jeez. Oh, real quick. Shout out to Leslie. We have a new member. 11 a member. Hey guys, become a member today, man. It's low price of $2.99. I believe you can pick any membership package you want. But become a member. Enjoy the perks, enjoy the private conversations and all that good stuff that we have as members. You don't want to miss out. All right. So become a member today, the WayneBreezie channel. Let's start with Taradome. He's in the building. What's good, bro?
What is good, Mr. WayneBreezie?
Man,
How am I sounding? How am I sounding? Am I 5x5?
You like it's going in and out a little bit. Maybe that's
Okay.
because when you talk, you move away from the mic. But keep talking. We're gonna get it right.
I'll get real close up on it.
That's now you giving me the sexy talk
on the quiet storm.
Yeah,
for all the ladies out there, all the ladies.
Yeah, let's get it. All right, bro. So let's talk about this team. Let's talk about your takes on the Seattle game, and how do you feel that they're going to continue to move forward with as the 49ers?
Well, as I do, man, I had my meticulous note taking as it was going on. As things jump out, they grab me, and as it's good, I go ahead and highlight it in green.
Mm-hmm.
If it's bad, I highlight it in red, and I'll show my notes on up here.
Look at you with your notebook. That's what I'm talking about. I thought it was just
around. All we had was some things to clean up there, and one of them was the refs in Seattle's pockets. I said one time, and I had Huff being off coverage one time. He got mixed up with a linebacker, and they need to run Jordan Mason more. That's as you get a little older, you got to keep notes, man, because you got to write stuff down because you might forget it. Man, you put together some fascinating things in reference to that 2011, 2012 defense, man. We just had some stone cold ballers out there.
Oh my gosh.
Back in the day, I played the position, man, back in high school and even in college, and then I switched to the rover and the strong safety, man, linebacker, man. These we are linebacker you. If it was like Penn State back in the 80s.
Oh yes,
we just breed them. It's certain teams in the NFL that just can get a certain position. Pittsburgh does it well with wide receivers, but the San Francisco 49ers, whoever's scouting linebackers, just know what they doing. They just do. And man, going back to Chris Borland, going all the way back to Keena Turner, back to Ricky Ellison, going all the way back to, he was a bit nasty, but Romanowski had some stuff with him. Hacksaw Reynolds was real nice with it. Big Matt Millen from Penn State, he was there. We had a Hall of Famer named Ricky Jackson.
Bro, 57. Let's go.
But boy, man, that Patrick Willis from Ole Miss,
it was
good Lord, 5'2", man, 5'2" could do it. And Navarro Bowman, man,
perfect complimentary piece,
man. And Navarro Bowman, interestingly enough, he's from the DMV area. In middle school, Navarro Bowman played basketball with Kevin Durant, and Kevin Durant will tell y'all to a man.
In the DMV, right?
Yeah, in the DMV. Navarro Bowman had a nastier jumper than Kevin Durant. Navarro Bowman would put up 35 quick on you, But Kevin Durant grew to 6'11", and Navarro Bowman stayed about 6'1", 6'2". He said, "So I'm gonna go ahead and do this football thing." That's the athlete this guy was. That's why I put he was an
He's an
incredible athlete, man. To say, well, maybe the jump ain't falling. I'm gonna go ahead and play pro ball and be one of the best linebackers ever.
If that injury didn't happen, damn.
Man, that's why I love beating Seattle so much. And did we beat their brains in? If you live in the city of Seattle, I sure hate it for you. I love beating Seattle, man. I can't stand the city. My wife wanted me to go with her on a business trip one time, and I can't stand Seattle. I don't like the coffee. I don't like the Space Needle. I don't like that puke green that y'all wear. I don't like the fish throwing that fish across the stuff that sometimes is there, sometimes it ain't. I don't like your weather. I don't like your mama. I don't like nothing about Seattle. Beat them up. You a second city. You always be a second city. You a second class citizen. We got you. We beat you. We swept you. You swept up. You swept up. It's done. You right around with Los Angeles now. And Arizona, I'm coming for my sweep. I'm coming for this sweep of this whole division. I'm coming for my stuff. It's rightfully coming back to the place. I got one championship down. I'm coming for two more. That's the NFC championship, and that would be the Lombardi championship. It's going to come back to its rightful place. I can't be stopped. I can't be denied. I'm young, I'm black, I'm pretty, and can't possibly be beat.
Hey, all right, so we got people that's coming on after you right now, right? I don't know if they want to come on after that, but they got to top that. That's got to be top. Taradome in the building. Round of applause, bro.
God bless you. Thank you. Bang, bang, gang.
Let's go, man. Thank you, man. Appreciate you.
Got you, bro.
All right, I don't see Dion up there, so I'm gonna go next. Eddie G in the place to be, and there he goes. His head pops right up after I say I don't see him. What's going on, brother?
Hey, man, it's good to see you, Breezy. Glad you made it home safe. How you doing, man?
I'm doing good, man. I feel well rested right now. Like I needed a break so I can sleep, and I didn't really sleep. I'm lying. So as soon as I got off the airplane, went to a gig. And I don't know how I made it through that gig. Then I had a gig the next night, and then I had church yesterday and a gig, and then I went Christmas shopping. But I slept somehow in all of that, and I feel good. So it's good to be home, and it's good to be here with you.
Yes, sir. Hey, first off, let me say thank you. Do you remember what I asked you to do before you left? I said safe travels and do what? I said bring us home a dub.
Yes!
You brought it home, baby.
Dude,
you brought it home. You brought it home. You brought home that NFC West championship. Thank you, sir. Appreciate your time and your help in bringing that back. That's number one.
You're welcome.
Number two, I got to do this because this is one of the most amazing gifts I've ever gotten in my life. I got to show you, brother.
Please.
Shout out to Big Ed Glover, my father out in Manteca, California. I got an early Christmas gift. I got to show this to you.
Uh-oh.
Can you see that?
Oh, we can see it, baby. Zoom out.
Now, hold on. There's a little more to it. Okay, it's in a case, right? That's a full-size replica helmet, Rydell. Can you see
the autograph?
Do you know who that is?
Is that Patrick Willis, bro?
That's P. Willie, baby.
Let's go!
Yeah. That's it right there. So big. I can't tell my dad thank you enough. There's a story to that helmet, but I'll save it for another because it'll take a while. But anyway, yeah, that big Ed out in California sent me that. That's my dad. But
that's what's up, Dad. I hope you watching because yeah.
But man, hey,
your thoughts on the game. And your thoughts about the 49ers just being the best damn team in football.
My brother, okay, so obviously following Bishop Taradome. I love you, Bishop. You're amazing. I can't I can't make anything better than that, Breezy. That was awesome. I love
Eddie
that, man.
G style. So do it your way.
So here's the thing. Brock Purdy. Got to give that man his flowers. Short week. Third string quarterback, Everybody's unsure about him, don't know what to do. Oblique strain, doesn't, playing with pain. Didn't throw a ball until he was in the hotel lobby. That young man is doing what he needs to do. It's that simple. He's asked to do it. What impressed me most, okay, we ain't even going to talk about that double fake screen pass to George Kittle up the middle, baby.
Best play
That
all
was
day.
Oh my gosh. That gave me chills when it happened. I saw him fake one, fake twice, and hit Kittle. Oh, man. Okay, that aside, what impressed me about this young man was the slide on third down to extend it to help ice that game, knowing where the marker was, knowing that once his knee went down, the ball was going to be down wherever he placed it, and he stuck his hand out to make sure it was out forward. That's the brain power of this young man. I got to give him credit there, bro. That was amazing. This team, we're the hottest team in the NFL. I don't care what anybody says. I don't care about the Philadelphia Eagles. Give them their props. They're playing very well. They're calling them the best team in the league. Okay, I can't. They're 13-1. I can't take it away.
I got you. The record.
Your record says what you are. I get it. However, this team has gotten healthier, is getting healthier, possibly getting a big man back here, hopefully for the playoffs. Eric Armstead is back and showing why he is so important in this defense. We are a scary team. Nobody wants to see us right now, brother. Nobody does. Nobody wants to play us. Yeah, the Lions are hot. Yeah, all this stuff's going on. They ain't ready for us, bro. They got, I'm going to quote Mr. Mike Andrews. They got to deal with us. And
it's a physical game, guys. It's a physical mindset you have to be in to play the 49ers.
Oh, yes. You got to be ready. Your body's going to talk about taking a hit. Your body's going to get punished against our team, and you got to be ready for it. And that's all I got to say, bro. We're the hottest team in football right now. We're playing great football. Enjoy it. You hear all this media coming up about, next year, what problem? We'll worry about that next year. Right now, we're the hottest team in football, and I'm ready for these playoffs to start. Nobody wants to touch us.
Yeah, you said it. Yeah,
nobody wants to.
The playoffs. Nobody wants to see us, and it's true. Whether we on the road or whether we're at home, 49ers are hot right now. And we're going to talk about that a little. Listen, Eddie, thank you. I'm going to get Leslie on here next, and then we're going to have Dion and Melissa, and then we'll have Dion close it out. But I appreciate you.
All right, bro. Man. Let's go Niners. Let's go.
Let's go, baby. Eddie G. All right, Leslie, you're up next.
Hey. Good morning. That's you, the faithful. Yes. Oh, my God. I wished I had been there at that Seattle game. I was dancing when the bishop was saying, I got that. I'm an old school 49er faithful, so of course I came out of the womb hating Dallas because that's what we do.
We still do.
Yeah. But Seattle, every time we get to beat them, yes, it's just everything. They throw fish up there. What can I say? We were talking about Hufanga, and what steps that just it comes out at me about our rookies this year, but him especially.
Mm-hmm.
And I'm not talking about the style of play. I'm talking about what I'm seeing is football IQ. That kid reminds me, football IQ wise, of my man, Ronnie Lott.
Okay.
Ronnie's rookie season, I can remember all of us kind of sitting in the stands going, whoa,
right.
Where he's playing and he had made, I'll never forget because I was at that game. He got tossed out for a personal foul. He slugged somebody. And quite frankly, they deserved it. We were on his side. But they interviewed him afterwards. And you know what his response was? He goes, I played like a rookie. That won't happen again. And that was like his fourth or fifth game.
Wow.
That's what I'm seeing in the Tiger. Is again that awareness, that where am I supposed to be right now? Here's what the play is, but then where am I supposed to be as things develop?
Mm-hmm.
And that's what I'm seeing in that kid. And I know you've got other people on here and they've got to get into work and stuff. I'm retired now, so
hey,
I can do whatever I want. But I got this from Niner Beto for answering a question correctly on his podcast. And I'm just going to say that I have a feeling this is going to be outdated.
Ooh, that means we added another one to that joint real soon.
Absolutely. And again, I thought the game was, Brock Purdy is another one. He's the humble, the
You see something in
IQ.
it.
I'm seeing something in that kid. And I always hesitate when I say, somebody reminds me of Joe Montana or Steve Young. I don't want to, you know what I mean? It's like, it's not that. There's something about him that, let me put it this way. I feel comfortable at quarterback for the first time in a long time.
Oof.
I don't know how else to put it. I just feel comfortable at quarterback. I'm going to end with this story because you'll get a kick out of it, and especially with Big Ed and his dad out in Manteca, because I'm from the Central Valley. I'm in Modesto.
Okay.
I remember watching the draft the year that Patrick Willis was drafted. And Mom and I, the woman that taught me football, she and I are sitting on the couch and we're watching, and they showed him sitting between his family, doing all of this, and they call his name, and he put that hat on and he started to stand up and he just kept going. and the camera didn't adjust right away, and all of a sudden they're like at his knees and they have to go like this. And my mother looked at me and she goes, I think he's going to be okay.
Yeah, he was a monster.
Best to you, Wayne. And yeah, go Niners. Let's go. We appreciate you. We love you. Thank you for joining. You're welcome. Wow, she said some really, really, really good things. Let's get Melissa on up here. How you doing?
I'm a lot better. Thanks, Breezie.
It's good to hear. It's good to hear.
Talking to you last week probably saved my life. You and John V were like the kick I needed in some place that I'm not going to mention on here that I needed to really tackle this. So I wouldn't be here feeling the way I feel if it wasn't for the two of you.
Oh, we're glad we could be here for you. I know you got some very interesting things. I need to get your take on this past game.
Okay.
Leslie said that she hasn't felt this way about a quarterback in a long time. I gotta ask you, do you somewhat feel the same way?
Absolutely. I actually think I might feel stronger than her, because I said about 2 months ago that we just needed a spark after the Denver loss and some of the struggles with Jimmy Garoppolo. And people kept saying, well, what do you want, Brock Purdy? And I was like, yeah, I want anything but what we know doesn't work. Like, we know teams don't fear him. We know teams will load up the middle of the field and dare him to go outside. Like, we knew his limitations, and we knew how far he could maybe get us, maybe to a championship game if everybody else was perfect, but no further than that. And it's like, everyone was so scared of ripping that Band-Aid off that was 10 that they weren't willing to take a chance on anything else. It's like, once Trey went down, it's like everyone was just like, okay, well, we're just going to go back to what was working. And it's like, you can't live your life that way. You can't live your life in fear. You can't keep doing the same thing over and over and over and expecting a different result. And I'm not ever wishing for an injury, even to the players that I can't stand, but it's just like, it's about damn time that they move forward.
It's about damn time. Turn up the music. My bad. I got ADHD. Keep going.
So, and maybe this is the hopeful fan in me, but I took what Fred Warner said after that Bronco game to heart. When he first started chirping about Brock Purdy and saying that this kid had something. And, it's nice to see it actually pan out. Like, there are some questionable moments. There are some errant throws. But, the thing I'm most happy about is that we don't have hospital balls anymore. And I don't feel like that scared feeling I used to feel all the time whenever Jimmy was under center, because you knew at the worst possible time either he'd throw a pick or he'd take a sack or he'd just throw it up in the air because he wanted to avoid a sack, and then it'd be a turnover that way. I don't have that fear anymore. It's like that first time when we moved past Richie James at special team returner. It's just you stop flinching every time because you knew, good or bad, at least you were going to get different. Maybe that was a better good, maybe it was a worse, but you had hope.
I felt like with Jimmy,
Mhm.
and tell me if you feel the same way, you were in limbo. And you were
Yes.
hoping that Jimmy would get better. With Brock, I just wrote an article for WebZone yesterday. It got published yesterday. Brock, I said that the 49ers, no one wants to see the 49ers, right? And I said the reason I'm going to give you five. I think I gave you 3 reasons. The first one was Brock, and it was because he's unknown. You don't know what you're going to get, but you know it's going to be something that you have to find a way to prepare for. How can you prepare for something that's unknown? That's how dangerous the 49ers are. I'm sorry, I get animated with it. That's how dangerous we are.
Breezie, I am like the one person you never have to apologize for getting animated with.
Appreciate that.
I did want to bring up the linebacker thing with you because you brought it up and it's been sticking in my head ever since you brought it up. Everyone can have their favorite. You know, the Fangio defense was special. And for the life of me, I will probably never look at a defensive lineman the way I looked at Justin Smith because he was him to me. You know, he was like that guy.
What a pickup.
That could do everything. He was a group tackler. He was selfless. He just had that grit and moxie that I don't think I've ever felt like with a defensive player before him. But the linebackers now, and I know this is going to piss people off, I can't help but say the 2022 linebackers are just much more special. And it's for a lot of reasons. It's because today it's harder for them to tackle. You know, there's so many rules protecting quarterbacks and wide receivers and running backs, and you can't land on people, and you have to be such a freak athlete because everybody else now is such a freak athlete in every respect of the offense. You have to be multifaceted because it has to really be that next man up mentality. So you got to play inside, outside. You got to be able to do everything. I mean, even last year, like, Aziz isn't my cup of tea, but he stepped up when Fred was struggling, trying to live up to that contract, and he wore the green dot, and he took over not just Dre's spot, but he took over Fred's spot. Like, I don't think, and I loved Alden Smith and Ahmad Brooks, but I don't think you ever had, like, a third linebacker that deep back then, you know? And these guys, what they're doing, what they're shutting down, the way that Dre Greenlaw was keeping up with Tyreek Hill, I don't think I've ever seen speed like that either. And they're just so together, and the way that they can, you know, combined once one of them falls down with either like DFF or Oren Burks or Curtis Robinson or any of these other guys that they just plug it right in and they don't miss a beat. It's remarkable the way that this linebacking crew has each other's backs and they dominate. And I think we're really, really lucky to be anchored by these linebackers, whatever era you prefer.
I agree. It's hard. It's hard because you have your nostalgic fans that just never seen anything like Bowman and Willis.
Yeah.
That core.
And it feels kind of disrespectful to say anyone's on their level or even better than that.
Exactly.
But it's just it's a different league. It's like comparing Montana's era to anything now. It's like
it's really
you can't call any
oranges. It's preference.
Yeah, you can't call anyone now the GOAT because they don't play in the same rules. Like guys now, they have the tuck rule, and they have I can't have anyone land on me, and they can go cry wolf right to the refs and get a bunch of unnecessary roughness calls. Like it's completely different eras. You can't really compare the two. So me personally, I love Dre Greenlaw. I can't stop smiling whenever I think about Dre Greenlaw.
That's you
So to
and John
me,
Chapman's guy for real. I realize that y'all like that's your guy. I love his story. I love everything about Dre Greenlaw. Fred Warner is my guy.
but Breezy,
You know that.
okay, I'm not gonna go into all of it. I'm just gonna say one thing though. He was never afraid. Like,
Never. But you
can
got to go
you
back. But you got to
can
go
you
back to
ima-
the story, Melissa. Go back to his origin story of when he was at Arkansas and about that situation that happened to
no,
him.
that's John Chapman's. I'm not gonna steal what
Tell
he
me
does.
that's
He
not
go.
one of those stories that just be
It
like,
is a story, but
I'm in
that's
love.
his thing with the 90-man countdown. He went into
Yes,
everyone's
yes,
background and how many
yes.
times they made the
For me,
honor roll, and he went like beyond and above. Him, Juan, Clayton, all of them did their homework on all the players. I'm not going to steal his terrain. What I was going to say was, the Seahawks were the thorn in every Niner fan's side. Whether you had the Cowboys, the Packers, the Giants, whoever, you hated as a rivalry. You couldn't hate the Seahawks more with the Bowman injury and them throwing trash on him and the sorry ass Crabtree comments and all that other stuff. Like that was like almost like a decade of torture. Like the second Russell Wilson and Pete Carroll came together, I don't think we ever beat the Seattle Seahawks until 2018 when Richard Sherman got that first win with Richie James in overtime and that big punt return.
mm-hmm.
And then we got the first one with Dre Greenlaw in 2019 on the last play against Jacob Hollister. And that's what was the ceiling deal for me with Dre Greenlaw. There was this kid, he came in the 5th round, just like George Kittle, and he did not care what the records were. He did not care who was supposed to be the better team. He didn't care what they had done before. He was like, I'm not going to fear you. So he never feared Pete Carroll. He never feared Russell Wilson. He never feared the Seahawks, the 12s, the Rams, the Cardinals, whatever it was. He just came out and he played his type of ball. And yes, it was dangerous at times. He was ungap discipline because he was trying to go for the big tackle instead of doing his job. There were other times he was a bit too rough, but at the same time, he's just so electrifying to watch. You just can't take your eyes off him. And just when you think that someone's gonna run in for a touchdown, Dre Greenlaw will come out of nowhere and just hit a guy out of bounds, like his life depends on it. And it's just it's like watching Hittner and Deshaun Golson and everything else in a linebacker all mixed in together, and it's just it's phenomenal. It's such a privilege to watch him do his thing.
Melissa, you should write a book like 49er Takes by Melissa. Like I would read it. Why don't you start a blog on about your takes? You know what I'm saying? And I know that's what Twitter technically is. No, do a real blog like Melissa Takes 49ers. Boom. And then just put your little takes in daily. People would you blow up. You listen, just make sure I get my 10%. But other than that, you gonna blow up. I can feel it.
You know what, Breezy? I think a lot of people will get sick of me because I talk too much, and that's probably the Jersey part of me.
That's the whole part of doing this. I'm sure they get sick of you too. Hey, here's the thing. You know what I notice, Melissa? If I do a show every day, but if I don't do a show 3 days and I do that show, it's all 1,000 viewers. Everybody's watching. I said, oh, that's what y'all doing, huh? Y'all getting sick of me when you see me daily, so I got to spread it out. I see what's going on.
It's not just that, like, it's hard. I love you, but it's hard to be up every day at 11 a.m. to watch you in the morning, and then watch you again at 3, and then watch you again at like 7 or 8 with the Nitty Gritty 90 crew. And that's all just in one day. That's not even including the Johnny Dell shows and every other show you got going on.
I just want to bring great content.
And I don't even know your Patreon schedule, so that's a whole other thing. Like,
I don't even know Patreon schedule. But listen, Melissa, I got to get the others up here.
Wait, I just wanted to bring up one last thing, if you don't mind. Beto has a channel called Niner Sickness, and he has this fun thing like you where he does trivia.
Nice.
And even if you don't get all the questions right, and even if you just do one or two and then you bounce out, he still honors everyone who comes into his chat, and he still does the horse race at the end and allows everyone a chance to win a patch.
Nice.
And I think, Breezie, I really think it's gonna happen.
You got the quest for 6. Leslie got the patch with the oh my gosh, you guys are on it.
He sent me this just for being a moderator in his chat and for keeping people in line. So he's really one of those really nice, sweet people. And he's Spanish, so I gotta give it to my Spanish faithful over there in California. And he's got this one though, Breezy. It's a Joe Staley one.
I want that.
When he went up for that catch.
Yeah.
I want it so bad.
Like
I don't think I've ever been into like. I'm kind of like Mama Deb. I have like this huge collection of Disney pins from when I was like younger all the way to my adulthood. And I have to have at least 200 Disney pins, and they're like my pride and joy.
What do you have them on? Are they in a case or are they on something like one of those boards?
I have them in the back because I used to have them out and about, and then my dogs would knock everything over.
Bad dog.
I used to actually fear that I would lose them all, or they break, or they get scratched.
Bad dogs. Bad dogs.
I can't tell you how many DSs I went through just because of my dogs. My dogs broke at least 5 DSs, 15 different coffee mugs. It was everything. Like
still have
anything. I have the same dog. They're both rescues.
I'd have traded them in. I'd be like, listen, you're not the one. Let me get off this. Listen, you gotta go. Because you're gonna get Peter in my inboxes, and that's not happening today. It's not what I mean. I'm just saying I would have traded them in. But Melissa, I'm gonna hit you up because I have a proposition. I would love to bring you on the WayneBreezie network, and then you put your blogs on the website if you wanted to write something daily. I think that would be really good for you. Get your stuff.
I don't know how good I would be with words, like writing them down. And
don't worry, we got
the
editors.
way you and Kev do.
We got editors. And
if you ever want like a co-host just to like chop it up with, I would love to come on with you during the week because you're just one of my favorite people in the world. So
let's make it happen.
And I'm sorry I brought up your NBA team last week and got you upset, but
yeah, you made my team suck. Melissa, you gotta go. It's been real, ladies and gentlemen. Round of applause for Melissa. She's out. I'm not trying to say goodbye. She made my Celtics suck. She brought my team up. They lost to the Warriors. They lost to the Magic twice. They stink all of a sudden. That's Melissa's fault. Let me get John V in here. John, you've been waiting patiently. I see you in the 4.6 range. What's going on, family?
Bro, I suggest everybody just shop from home. Dude, listen. I had to pull over, bro, because
bro, I was out last night, bro. I think the worst part, I was in New York. I was like going toward like the mountains, and I'm like, it's cold as right. And so then the lines are long. Now the lines are long to get into the stores, right? So I'm like, okay. Then when you get in the stores, the lines to get out of the store, checkout lines were even longer. I was in Nike outlet line for an hour, and I just wanted to steal the stuff at that point. I didn't care if I went. Like I was so mad. But go ahead, bro, man. It's your time, bro.
Bro, it's crazy out here, bro. I didn't even go into the store yet. I'm thinking about going to the gas station next to the store, getting some gift cards and some envelopes, and calling it a day, bro. Because the lady that was behind me on my way into the show, she was practically on my lumbar support, bro. She was like in the back seat. You understand? Like, no patience, bro. People are out of their mind. It's Christmas. And I should have known better. I should have stayed home and ordered on Amazon. Like, shame on me.
But Amazon different this year. Like, now you're not going to get your stuff to the 27th through the 20th. That's after Christmas. What? Yo, Prime, I want some of my money back. That's the whole purpose of Prime.
Yeah, it's that football shit on Thursdays. That's what did. We're getting ripped off, bro. Are we talking about linebackers? Like, who's better?
No, I mean, look, that's the poll question. Right now, it's more about give me one take of the Seattle game, and then give me how you feel about this 49ers team going forward. I feel like we're the best team in the damn world, Craig. I know our record doesn't reflect that, but that's what I feel. Now, John, you disappeared. Okay, now you're back because you went the Ring black on everybody. Everybody see that movie, The Ring or The Grudge?
Yeah.
You just disappeared for a second.
It's these phone calls, bro. I got to.
Stop calling. Hey, John, just put it on Do Not Disturb. It's what I do. Sorry for people that know now that's what I do. But yeah.
Okay.
Whenever you're streaming live, put it on Do Not Disturb. It won't go through.
Oh, man, that's a great idea.
It's the only way to roll, dog. So you can only do that when you got an iPhone. You know what I'm saying? Everybody out there that be rocking them Galaxy Maxes and them Samsungs and them flip phones, the Motorola Timeport 357s, you can't do stuff like that. You know, you got to have an iPhone. But a lot of people don't like iPhones. You know what I mean? So it is what it is.
Okay, so my Seattle take, right? We were fantastic. Okay.
Dion, I'm bringing you on right now because you're going to talk trash about John and his connection. Here we go. Let me fix this. So now I got backup to talk about your connection. All right, let's do it.
What up? All right, let me get my take out before I throw the phone out in the parking lot. Can you hear me, bro?
We can hear you loud and clear.
Okay, so Seattle was fantastic. We looked fantastic. All right. The team that I think Brock Purdy is legit trusted by Kyle, most definitely. The way that he utilizes Purdy is intense. Okay. So that being said, like I bought in like full effect. I am on the Brock Purdy train. I ordered a jersey. Like I'm ready to go. Like I bought the jersey. Okay. I see Kyle looking far more confident with Brock Purdy than I've ever seen him with any other quarterback. So that's that. Okay. I bought the jersey. I'm all in on Purdy. Okay. He's pretty damn nice. So moving forward, bro, like I just think that this kid is getting better and better with every week that they prepare. They're tailoring an offense around this kid that can absolutely execute. So, you know, I kept saying to myself, bro, I need one more game. I'm not sure. Like this was just one game. This was just one game. Like he just won the NFC West. He literally helped us win the NFC West. We stole the division with the third string quarterback. Okay. I get it. It's Seattle. We could sit here and make excuses about every team he's gone up against. We could say that the secondary in Tampa was butt cheeks. We can say that Seattle couldn't stop the run. You know, there's always an excuse every time Purdy succeeds, right? So let's just wait and see what Kyle pulls out of the bag. Like Kyle can successfully go into his bag and use Brock Purdy the way that those plays were intended. So, and Brock Purdy's IQ seems to be legit. Did you see Orlovsky's take on how he was manipulating everybody at the line of scrimmage? He got Kittle back on the ball. Guys were in motion. He's using hand motions. He's telling guys to stay. He's telling guys to go. This is exactly what Kyle wanted. Someone that can utilize the playbook and use the IQ. It's the IQ for Kyle. Kyle wants smart football players. If you're smart and you're intelligent and you know the game of football, then you should be able to utilize his system. We always preached and went on and on and on about how difficult Shanahan's system is, yada, yada, yada. He wants smart people on the football team. That's it, period. You got to be able to block. You got to be able to read, write. You got to be able to know your role, bro. Brock Purdy is manipulating this playbook the way that it was intended. I love it. I absolutely love it. I love it. And as far as linebackers, because I'll let you go here, D. As far as linebackers, our linebackers now are better than Bowman and Willis because Well, frankly, it's a different league. You got to be a smarter player. You got to be careful player. You got to know how to tackle now. You got to tackle the right way. There's a lot more that goes into it. Those guys just got to put it in drive and go. Today, you got to be smart. You have to be cautious. It sucks, but it's harder to play linebacker today. And Willis wasn't really a zone player, right? Greenlaw is Bowman. What are you talking about? Greenlaw is Bowman. Fred Warner, there's nobody like Fred Warner. There's not a linebacker that can play like Fred. Fred might not hit as hard as Willis, but he can cover more. He'll chase you down the field. He actually does the Superman tackle where he like leaps into like a Superman position and knocks an MFer on the ground, bro. So, I mean, I think that these linebackers today are better. They're better because it's a different league, period. You got to be better at your position. Got to be more cautious. Tell me I'm wrong, D.
Telling me wrong, D.
Nah, well, I'll have to. I do have a couple of disagreements with your arguments there.
This is the three amigos are here.
Yes, hey, all right. So here's my thing about the Bowman and Willis versus Dre and Fred. John V said it best. It is a different league. So for this time, you would have to go with Dre and Fred. But for that time, you must go with, P. Will and Bo. And the reason being is because right now, this is a cupcake league, man. Please, you might as well just put a flag on the quarterback and tell you to snatch it off and call it a day. Because they literally are thinking about amending the rule and now getting you thrown out of a game for roughing the passer call or for unnecessary roughness. Like, what? I'm sorry. If I see Nick Bosa leaving the field because you called unnecessary roughness, I'm pissed. I didn't pay my hard-earned money. If I go into a game, I want to see Patrick. I want to see Nick Bosa on the field. I want to see Dre Greenlaw on the field. I don't want players getting thrown out over something stupid, because what these people don't understand that are making the rules is simply that you're not making it about safety. You're making it literally a lopsided game for the offense. You have defenseless player. You have, these excessive roughing the passer calls. They have every bit of advantage in the world, and the defense has nothing. What's the defense get to do? Oh, well, you have to roll and you have to do this. So I have to possibly injure myself, break my collarbone, pull up, and pull a hamstring. I have to injure myself just so you don't throw a flag. And now you're trying to tell me if you throw that flag, I get kicked out of the game? Yeah, nah, man. What's the point of me even trying to go after the quarterback? It doesn't make sense.
So who would they beat in today's football? Who would Bowman and Willis be in today's league?
They wouldn't be.
Explain to me, would they be as successful?
I feel like
as
Devin White is more of the Patrick Willis type of a linebacker.
The reason that I state they wouldn't be is because of how they played. And if you notice, there's not very many 3-4 defenses in the league as of right now. There are not a lot of them. And you got to remember, in a 3-4 defense, your job was not to really, you didn't have to cover that great. No. And you could roam, you could be in that zone, in that area, but you blitzed a little bit more, and it was just about hitting and stopping the run. And to your point about Fred covering sideline to sideline, did we not remember that video that they showed us when we drafted Patrick Willis, how he ran that man down the field with a club on? I mean, he bolted down the field. So Willis wasn't no slouch in his speed. He was fast.
4-3.
But for me,
these guys can drop back and play in coverage, bro. I just feel like it's probably just a moot point then. All right, it's probably a moot point because
it's just hard to compare.
The league doesn't want a Patrick Willis style hitter. They want to protect players. I just think that if you try to compare Willis and Bowman to Greenlaw and Warner, it's just two different eras of football. Are as close as you're going to get to that tandem in football. Period.
So
and I agree with that.
So let's move on from the point of the linebacker. Before we do, I just want to give y'all the poll. So we had 206 votes.
Okay.
And 60% of the votes said that these linebackers are better for the 49ers. Like they're the best linebackers they've seen for the 49ers. And so we're going to leave it at that. You guys gave your takes on that. I do want to ask you about this last thing before we jump on off here, because Robert, they're talking about it in the chat. You mentioned it, Dion, when you talked about the roughing the passer call. And I'm glad you brought that up because I promise you that was my last thought. And so the rule was you can't lead with your weight forcing down. I don't understand the rule, but that's the rule. And they called that on the pick six by Dion, which would have been the second interception this year. And this one would have been for 6 points. And this would have really opened the game. Like, for some reason, the league or the whatever didn't want this game to be a blowout. And mind you, they didn't get their touchdown to the end of the damn game anyway. Anyway, Robert Marquez says the league said it was the wrong call on Bosa, and that hurts the refs' point system to ref in the Super Bowl. Every week, the refs get a letter being grade on the game that they had. And so the refs made the wrong call according to the league. Did anybody else hear about what Robert is talking about? Because I just want this to be confirmed.
I didn't hear about it. I didn't know that was said. If it was said, congratulations. Thank you guys for keeping up with this stuff and looking at it going, okay, we definitely can't have you in the Super Bowl messing off everything. I agree with that, but I'll let John get his point in because I'm lucky I didn't follow up Taradome, but it gave me time to give a follow-up real quick before we get about it.
That whole thing with the league coming out after the fact, like I really think that the league should give a weekly report every week on every single referee that made an errant call, every single one. This way, the fans know that the league is actually paying attention to the calls that could and can make the difference in a win or a loss, right? Bill Vinovich should have never been the referee in the 2019 Super Bowl. Bill Vinovich was the referee during, I believe, the Bills Miami game the other night. Dude's missing calls before the snow fell when you couldn't see a damn thing, right? Then you're making calls when you can't. I don't understand. You know what I mean? I can't even see who's on the field. I can't see half the Miami team because they're wearing white, but you can see them holding and blah, 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 bro. It's bull. Bill Vinovich is the prime example of a referee that should have never have been in a Super Bowl situation because of his errant mistakes. I don't know. I didn't see any follow-up on Bosa's. I saw nothing on it. I don't know, man. But I do know that the league, in my opinion, the league should release a statement, referee, first and last name, the quarter, the time, when they made the call, and tell us whether they agreed with it or not on a grading scale from, A to D or 1 to 5. I don't care. You know what I mean? Show us that you are watching your referees make mistakes. And, I think the fans
that they're being held accountable for the most part.
When you're being graded on a scale week to week as a referee, you're going to try to do your best and you're going to try to balance, but this whole thing is a conspiracy situation because it all ties into Vegas and the spreads, right?
Betting.
So we can sit here and have this conversation all day. This is a perfect conversation for the rant, though. This is a perfect conversation to take to my channel and
this
talk
is
about
tomorrow.
How refs tie into Vegas.
Invite for tomorrow, John. I think I need to be on the rant because now
I'm right there with him, John. You already know.
I can finally I could be WayneBreezie on the rant. I could,
bro.
Yeah. Hey, look, that's
the chair is dusty, bro. Get in there. Let me clean it up. Let me get you on the chair. You've been missing for a minute.
I can't wait. I want to talk about this one, but I brought that up to say this, and then Dion, you could close out. And we got it. We are just zeroing back into the title of the show, how the 49ers are coming for the number 1 spot. Listen, it doesn't matter. You know what I'm saying? The adversity. It doesn't matter from the bad refs, injuries, like you name it. Even bad play calling. The 49ers have figured out this little thing called adversity. Now, it doesn't mean that they're not going to be hit with it, but the one thing that you're seeing from this team is consistency, resiliency, and any other thing that starts with or ends with the word NC, because that's what the 49ers are doing, right? They're finding ways to win no matter what you throw at them. Now, Are they gonna come? Here's the only thing we haven't seen Brock Purdy do yet. You ready? Come back and win. I'm gonna leave.
Yeah, it's got to battle adversity.
Will we get one of those games to end the season with? Out of the 3 games we have left, is there going to be a comeback win for Brock Purdy?
It may or may not happen versus the Raiders. May or may not. I watched how the Commanders played last night. They look like hot garbage.
They're terrible, bro.
Yeah, they look bad. They look real bad.
Trash.
But I would say that.
But they ain't playing.
Yeah, I think it's gonna it may possibly be against the Raiders. It definitely ain't gonna be against the Redbirds. Their season is done. But I did want to go ahead and shout out the wife. She got me this Starbucks cup here. Has my favorite character. So shout out to the wifey. Exactly. So I saw that.
Look who
and
I'm
I wanted to
taking the crap on though.
Exactly. I love that shirt. So that leads me to my next point. The 49ers are the Grinch of the NFL. You have to think about it. We want to come into your house, steal all your gifts, your tree, every decoration that you have. The only difference is we ain't giving it back. We ain't giving it back.
You're a mean one, Mr.
Grinch. You really are a heel. Yeah, man. Don't make your boy. I gotta warm the pipes up. I used to be a little baritone back in high school. I still got it. But just in music, you just said number 1 spot, and who made the song? Luda. One of the greatest lyricists of all time. Very underrated. Good God, that man can spit. But for me, that's what we are. We are the Grinch of the NFL. We're going to steal everything and we're going to walk away. And at that moment, when you think our heart is 3 sizes too small and it's going to grow, the only way this heart's going to grow is if there's another Lombardi in the case at the end of the year. That's it. Other than that, our heart is going to stay small. We will continue to be angry and we will continue to come into your city and wreck shop. Like that. That's what we are, man. So that's for me. I think that our defense is playing so stellar and so out of their minds that nothing can stop us. I did see that I guess Kinlaw's practice window is now open. So to be honest with you, we're in the playoffs. We're good.
Oh,
so
yeah.
This is my quick suggestion. Don't bring Kinlaw back right now. Leave him alone. Leave him alone to the playoffs. And you look at Javon and you tell him, I don't care what you need to do, son. You need to be here for every playoff game. Every single one.
But I
you
think
in the
you
middle.
got to open his practice window so you can see.
No, his
that
practice.
he's gonna blow up.
I'm saying don't put him in the game.
Okay.
Do not. Don't put him in. Like we're locked in. There can be no screw up.
You know
what I'm saying?
Bro. I want that
look. Let me.
Man blocking it up.
Here's the reason. Here's the reason I don't want him in. If I want him in, I'm only mixing him in. I'm not giving him a full load.
I tell you what. Tomorrow's episode, we're gonna talk about this. Should
yes,
the 49ers bring Kinlaw back for the regular season? Let's leave it with a cliffhanger, and we'll come back tomorrow. We'll talk about that on tomorrow's episode.
Breezy knew what he was doing with that. He cooked
come on,
and
man.
then dropped it. I love it. I love it.
A little bit, man. Listen, bros, appreciate you for jumping on. Let everybody know where they can find you. John, I know you're tomorrow night. Dion is on. I need Dion every day.
Saturday mornings.
I need you every day. So like, you need to figure it out how you can come on every day. Saturday mornings is great, but every day they need to hear more of you. John, let them know where they can find you, bro.
Oh,
he's looking
lovely.
Birds and shit on his window.
Anyway, no, these folks are like, you know what? I don't want to get out of my car. Pin me in. Pull up. Thank you. Appreciate that. I did not want to get out today. Anyway.
You was trying to get your parking space?
I've been sitting here with I had 5 parking spots around me completely free. Now, every mother lover and his brother's uncle pulled up and pinned me in. I'm just going to leave. This has been a bad day, bro. Anyway.
Oh, no.
Yo, you can catch me at the Locker Room Rant on Tuesday nights at 9 p.m. Eastern. I don't know what that is for everybody in Mountain Time and everywhere else geographically, but
we're only 2 hours ahead. We're 2 hours behind you. So that's 7 for Mountain. 6 for each, 6 for Pacific. Got you.
Jeez, D. That's difficult math, bro.
So
Listen,
I just
family.
take my time and I let them figure it out because I'm gonna mess up. Did you see what I did this week when I was in California? And I thought I put the right time, and it was clearly so. Some people were hitting me like, oh, if if it wasn't for Ted sent me a message just like, hey, Breezy, you ready to go on? And I'm like, I'm out the door going to get food. What do you mean, yo? We don't start till shoot, it's now. Focus on your time. Leave it there, man. I'm telling you, bro. You're gonna mess up.
And for me, man, Niner Gang Podcast. You can catch me on YouTube, 49er_Dion on Instagram. That's where I do my game picks. And at SwiftD on Twitter. I'm always tweeting about the NFL or anything. Hey, man, before I get out of here, I will say this. Shout out to France. He played a heck of a game.
Hell yeah.
I am going to buy an Mbappe jersey because that dude is flat out amazing. Mbappe was hardcore. Look, and the reason I know a lot of people, some of my boys will give me crap for rooting for France. Here's the thing. I am part French, so I could do that. Okay.
Est-ce que tu parles français?
Parlez-vous anglais? Je m'appelle Dion. Like, come on, bro. Don't play. You know what I'm saying? I got a little, I am part French on my mom's side.
You gotta hit 3 when you call Dion because he speaks French. His eyelashes.
Yeah, man. Look. Hey, look, man. You know what I'm saying? I do a little something. And plus, Google Translate is your best friend. If you overseas and you don't know nothing, I'm telling you, Google Translate your best friend. You can talk into it. It can talk back to you. But hey, man, appreciate everybody. Yeah, thank you, Christy. I really do. Christy been coming and hanging in the chat more, man. Everybody has, man. Miss Debbie has been there.
She supports everyone, bro.
Yeah. All of y'all, man. We love nothing but we love the faithful, man. Y'all are great to us. We let Breezy get up out of here, sleep. Somebody always got me on something, man. Everybody does, but I love it, bro. It's cool. I'm not that person. I love it back and forth, man. Celine Dion, he's off chain. But hey, man, that's where you can find me, man. Continue to like and subscribe to WayneBreezie. Make sure the minute he comes on, and Izzy's right. Breezy has so much content. I kid you not, Breezy. I'm not gonna lie to you. Sometimes, bro, I literally hit the button on your content and just keep going with my day because I know there's the video just gonna keep going. You're gonna have more and more. So I try to make sure I do it so you get your views. Make sure I get all the way through because I know the hours and all that stuff. But man, continue to support Breezy. He does great work. He does fantastic work. Continue to keep Peachy in your prayers, man. I know she's back and she seems to be doing well, but keep her in your prayers, bro. You know what I'm saying? Just continually, every single day, all of these people, everybody.
I lit a candle for her at church twice this 2 weeks in a row. I lit a candle at church for her. I wanted to let her know I was thinking about her, saying a prayer for her, supporting her, man. I went to visit my pops at the cemetery. I was thinking about her. I know your pain. So me and John both, man.
We understand it, so we're always here for you, Peachy. You know what I'm saying? It's all love. Miss Debbie too, man. She's just the sweetest person in the world. She's always great. And I hope she's doing so much better, and back up and in good spirits and in good health. But continue to keep a lookout for Breezy, man. He always does great work. I always joke and tell everybody I want to be like him when I grow up. Yeah.
we here together, bro. We growing together. Bros, I thank y'all for jumping on and closing this segment out of the show. But I tell you what, tomorrow we'll open up the segment again. And we're not going to just talk about Kinlaw. We're going to talk about the comeback players. So I got a few players in mind that are on their way back. So we'll talk about that tomorrow on tomorrow's episode. Love y'all, man. Appreciate you guys.
Love you, bro.
Love it.
Peace.
All right, let's close out the show. We got a couple of contributions we wanted to read because I know everybody be like, yo, Breezy don't be reading my stuff. All right, Big Dez, you said Huff by year 4 will be a top safety in the league. You know what? Foghorn to you. I'm going next year. Huff will be all pro, bro. All pro next year. He put up all pro numbers at the beginning of the season. I do feel like the Emmanuel Mosley injury kind of gave you a slight decline in his play. It asked him to do a little bit more than what he was ready to do or what he was capable of handling. But I will say this: next year, this is him going through the fire right now. sharpening that iron, that Valyrian steel we talked about. Sean, our brother Sean came back. Sea pigeons wearing that 80s shoelace neon green. Yo, I don't even know where the color came from, bro. I really don't. My man Nick, yo. Shout out to my brother Nick. Say, what up, fellas? Terrible call for sure. We're gonna talk about this tomorrow. Thank God it didn't cost us, but mad afraid a call like that in the playoffs is going to cost someone. Just hope it's not us. Very good statement, bro. And that's the whole purpose of bringing it up. It's like, man, like, wait a minute. Is his streak still alive? Does Nick Bosa have a personal foul call in the last several games? Like the last 5 games, I think he has personal foul call. Matter of fact, it might be the last 7. Check it. 49ers have won the last 7 games. I think he may have a personal foul call in each one of those games. Crazy. Shout out to my brother Paul from across the pond, man. Make sure you guys check out the Paul Hope Show. He's doing big things, man. Paul, we see you over there. Real quick word, shout out to our sponsors over at Residency. Guys, you can go to residency.com, www.residency.com right now. All right, use the promo code SFBreezy and save on your purchase. Why pay full price when you can use the promo code and pay less than full price? Just doesn't make sense. Sometimes, like me yesterday, I was just willing to pay whatever because I wanted to get out of line. I tell you what, on residency.com, you don't have to get in line. Just go ahead, use the promo code SFBreezy. Check out all the exclusive hats that they have. It's been a real one, y'all. It's been a real one. Round of applause for all 160 plus of you that stuck around to the end. We friends to the end. We on our good guy stuff. Love y'all. Stay up, stay faithful. Tomorrow, 11 a.m. We'll be back. All right. And I'm going to open up the line. I kind of like doing this. It's kind of cool giving some Q&A and let you guys come on. But tomorrow we're going to talk about that. We got some players coming back. And the question is, should they return? Should they return right now? We'll talk about that tomorrow. Make sure you hit the like button. Make sure that thumbs up is going up and not going down. Don't forget to leave a comment in the comment section. And if you're not already subscribed to the channel, make sure you subscribe and become a member today. It's super dope. Love y'all. Stay up. Stay faithful. Always keep it nitty gritty. See y'all tonight, 7 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. Nitty gritty is back, baby. Let's go. Let's go. Oh, man, I just love this team so much, but let's go.